Okay, so this is the How to Get My Grubby Hands on a Business High Volume Cold Outreach Strategy by yours truly. Part one, the thesis, which is to find a business that meets all my criteria. I'm going to have to find high volume, off market business owners who are motivated sellers in my desired demographic, 55 plus year old small business owners who want to sell for personal reasons like retirement, health, or family. And by high volume, we're talking really high volume. We're talking thousands or tens of thousands, even. My plan is to do this by using high volume automated cold email systems. Why email? Almost all business owners have an email, even if they're not on social media. It's hundreds of times cheaper than using Facebook advertising, and it takes way less time and way less skill than something like creating content or networking manually. My demographic is motivated sellers of brick and mortar businesses above the age of 55. This is most business owners where I live. A lot of them are thinking about retiring, possibly have health problems, and want to spend more time with their family. I'm guessing most of these people have thought of selling their businesses, but haven't put it on the market and don't know where to start. Therefore, I believe the amount of off market deals could outweigh deals on the market by at least 10 to 1. And off market deals could greatly benefit the buyer and the seller through a more intimate relationship built on trust versus a competitive price shopping attitude. And if owners had the opportunity to sell their businesses to someone they like and trust and who has their customers and employees' best interest at heart, they would gladly do so. So these people, they're probably older people who own businesses and they've probably thought of selling before, but it's one of those things like when you put something on your to-do list and it just sits there at the back of your mind forever and you never get to it. It's kind of one of those things where they don't know where to start. They don't have the time to start, where a lot of people, if the opportunity presented itself and it was a good fit, they would gladly sell their business. And maybe it's something they thought of, but they haven't taken action on it yet. So part two is the hypothesis. Like Alex Hormozy says, do enough where it would be unreasonable that you don't get the result you want. So if I cold email 20,000 business owners in my target demographic, it would be unreasonable that I don't find one motivated seller that fits my criteria. Over half these aren't looking to sell in the first place. So we're playing a numbers game here because most of those 20,000 business owners you email, most of them won't be looking to sell in the first place. Some of them will have thought of it, but have taken no action. And some, a very small percentage, will actively be trying to sell their business. So we're really playing a numbers game here. And in BC, we have over 500,000 small businesses. And most of those, I think above 60% of them, are owned by 55 plus year olds who want to retire. So there's quite a lot of businesses. I'd be surprised if there's not a lot that will fit my criteria. And my criteria are 100% for sale, open to seller financing, been profitable for the past 3 years with a motivated seller selling for personal or lifestyle reasons. Which brings us to the next problem. How do I cold email 20,000 businesses in less than 12 months? Well, the old way of doing things would be sourcing databases at your public library because business information is public, collecting their emails and email addresses and mailing/emailing the business owners by hand, which would either take you thousands of hours or a lot of money to hire assistants that could help you. Luckily, we have modern technology, and through hours of research on YouTube University, literally watching hours and hours of videos, I have found that there's ways to do this extremely quickly, efficiently, and without a lot of money. There's software that can scrape business emails, automate sending, verify emails. So that makes life a lot easier. Part three, the test, the plan, campaign objective, get people on a call to qualify them, meet with the person in real life. So the campaign objective is the emails. The whole purpose of the emails is to get the person on a phone call And then on the phone call, we want to make sure they fit our criteria. So we want to disqualify a lot of people. And then we want to meet the qualified people in person. That's the whole goal of this. So the goal is 9,000 emails a month, 20,000 total. And no, you can't just go email 20,000 businesses off your Gmail account. You need to buy domains for your email addresses. The problem with cold emails is that it's only a matter of time until a domain burns, meaning after a certain amount of emails, all your emails will go to the spam box, which we don't want, and none of them will be read. So it's not a matter of if your domains will burn, it's when. All domains burn eventually. So that's why we want to buy the domains and just start smashing cold emails. To solve this problem, we buy 10 domains, which we can link to a Google Workspace account. Each domain can have 2 inboxes and send a maximum of 40 emails a day before they start to burn. Let's go 33 emails a day times 10 domains equals 330 emails a day times 30 days equals around 9,900 a month. Cold emails should have a 60% open rate. Anything less than 25% and the domain is probably burned. Next, you need to write your email scripts. I believe polite and direct is the best way to go. So these are the scripts I'll be using. Split test the subject lines. Subject line A, biz name, quick question. Subject line B, my name, Jord, dash their name, intro. Subject line C, hey, I'm also in Nelson, want to meet up. So email 1, we're going to go, hey, name, I buy small businesses. Yours seems to perfectly fit the bill for a business to buy in the 1 to 10 million revenue range. Been around a while and been profitable. Typically, I reach out to businesses I like for a convo on how we'd value it, and maybe that number is interesting to you, or at least a good piece of data to have if not. We don't actually know those things about their business, but it's a great email because it disqualifies the people we don't want because they tell us we're wrong or they ignore us. And the second reason is our ideal prospects will think we did our research, right? So they'll be like, oh yeah, you did your research. That's great. We are profitable. If I get no response from an account, I will follow up a minimum of 5 times with each account. And here's the follow-up scripts. It's like the famous marketer Dan Kennedy says, follow up, follow up, follow up. Like if you're not following up, you might as well tear up a $20 bill and just flush it down the toilet, right? Email number 2, wait 4 days. Hey, name, I buy and invest in small businesses. Have you considered how to value your business? Or are you open to talking about how we'd value yours? Worst case, you have one investor take. Best case, it's a number that seems interesting and an option for you. See, this is kind of just repeating the first email in case they ignored it or didn't get it or whatever. We're just restating the offer. Email 3, 3 days later, I recorded a quick video about how I evaluate the selling price of businesses. Mind if I share it with you here? If they say yes, then I'll share a video of how I evaluate businesses and I'll figure that out. YouTube University again. Okay, email 4, wait 5 days. Hey, name, some people have been telling me that I'm ending up in their spam folder, ... Email 5, 21 days later. Hey, name, would now be a better time to discuss how we'd value your business, and maybe that number's interesting for you, or at least it would be good to know if not. So we're going to automate the sending of these scripts from our email domains with a software called SmartLead AI, which should cost like $100 a month. As you can see, cold email is extremely cost efficient compared to advertising, and you can reach way more people. Obviously, 9,000 people a month is way more than you could reach manually or by word of mouth. Now, all these emails, we want to split test them, right? So then eventually we get to the email that gets the most open rates, right? So I'll make alternates for all of these and just keep split testing them. So part 4, the budget and scope. The domains, GoDaddy.com, 10 domains should cost between $200 to $400. Lead list, we're going to go to ListKit, $200 a month for enterprise package, which gives you 5,000 emails, plus $200 for an extra 4,000 emails, which will equal $400 a month. Automation, we're going to go to smartlead.ai, $100 a month. Maximum budget should be around $900 a month to email 9,000 business owners. This is crazy. So prediction is one closed deal per 20,000 leads emailed. Estimated time per deal, 10 weeks. Estimated total cost for closed deal, $2,700. Is it worth it to pay $2,700 for $1 million deal? I'd say so. Cold email is the best form of lead generation, in my opinion, because it's private. No one knows what you're up to. Cheaper than paid advertising. A lot faster and more efficient than word of mouth networking or content or anything like that. And in the next doc, I'm going to look at what to say to qualify prospects on the phone, how to price and evaluate a good deal. Now, if Sarah is watching this, I believe this method would be really effective for a marketing agency, obviously, because any type of B2B service, this method will be really effective. And it's going to be a lot cheaper and a lot quicker than finding prospects who want to sell their business, obviously. Because a lot more businesses want marketing services than want to sell. So I'd say, 2,000 emails in, you'd get your first signed client, which would only be a couple $100. Right? So I hope anyone who watched this found it helpful or interesting or whatever. And yeah, I'll make some more docs. Peace.